Nicole here. Just want to pop on real quick to share something. So I'm reading this book, and uh, one thing that it said is um, that to invoke change in the world, we need to create platforms where people can come together to discuss their ideas. And I think YouTube is a really awesome place for that. So, well, ideally, it would also have places in real life with real people rather than just online. And hopefully, we'll get there. But I just want to pop on to talk about what I'm noticing around me in the world with rising food prices, rising gas prices, um, uh, this hustle culture that my generation millennials like to talk about a lot, and how it doesn't seem super suited to human life, and doesn't seem super fulfilling either to a lot of people. And I think this is a problem. I think that all these things are telling us that we need to make a choice. And the choice is basically to live a sustainable and create a sustainable life for all. I think the way to do that is to make poor people rich. So, what we've seen in history is rich people getting richer. They use their money to make more money. Like a good example is, for example, um, celebrities who use their celebrity platforms to sell makeup, right? And so they have the money to front the overhead of the product, and then they already have the platform and audience, so they are easily able to make more money using their money, right? So that is making a rich person richer. Well, I think what I really want to see is a way for us globally to make poor people richer somehow. And I think the way to do this is to look at sustainability, um, and to bring as much, so doubling down on independence of each individual household, so being able to do as much for yourself as possible without relying on the outside world, which would be growing your own food, fixing everything that you need to have fixed, even generating your own electricity with dynamos, um, and using what you have around you to meet your own needs, while simultaneously quadrupling down on cooperation. I don't think it's going to be possible for every household to meet all of their needs. So when you recognize that you have a need that you can't meet, but somebody else is able to meet it, to then cooperate with the other person and make trades that will work. Um, yeah. So like I don't think we should be supporting big corporations like Deloitte, Monsanto, Nestle, basically any large corporation. We probably shouldn't be investing in at all, because that is making rich people richer. So we need to kind of stop doing that, and we need to invest in local communities, our local communities, which will help us to, um, yeah, when you elevate the poor and you make it possible for them to become richer, it will be it will help everyone towards a sustainable future. I'm certain of this. I don't exactly know how to do it, but I think it really starts with looking at the traditional household needs, and looking at human needs. And so, what we need is we need water, we need food, we need shelter, we need clothing, and we need energy. Um, so, these are the things that we need. And how can we come to a place where we can provide these things for ourselves, within our own local communities, rather than depending on large corporations to do it for us? Um, I think this will help curb climate crisis, with less energy spent on transportation. It will also help give more power to the individual in terms of policy, like lobbying. Big corporations lobby, right? This is an unethical practice that really causes people with power to have more power. And so, in order to take that power away from them, I think it's a lot easier said than done, but it's going to require us, like quote unquote normal people, like you and me, the average Joe, to be able to meet as many of our own needs as possible and to make sure that our neighbors are doing the same. So doubling down on independence and quadrupling down on cooperation with your neighbors. I don't like what I'm seeing in the world, and if I don't like it, I know you don't like it. I've had to stop watching the news of recent. It is becoming stressful and scary, and so I have, I want to focus in on the things that are in front of me that I can do something about. And so it's not easy to garden, but it's not easy to change your ways, but I really do think that it is possible. I know I have a couple friends who are into gardening, who grow a lot of vegetables in their backyards. I think that there are opportunities for gardeners and people who know how to garden to come into households and teach people how to garden and how to best optimize the space that they do have. If you live in a condo, then it's going to be maybe potted plants, and using community garden space. I think that is going to be super key moving forward. I live in Canada where it's cold for most of the year, so that is another issue and problem which we need to think about. But I really think that we need to start looking at self-agency as a means towards sustainable living. Yeah. So, and I think we just need to talk about it a lot and have community space where we can discuss these things. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. Bye-bye.